Hello, welcome back to our channel. Are you frustrated? You bought yourself a GMC Canyon or a Chevrolet Colorado and you get it home and realize, how do I open up my garage door? That happened to me. I got home and I'm like, what? I bought this beautiful vehicle, brand new, and I gotta buy one of those little silly keychain or a visor clip remote for my garage door. How silly is that? Going back in the ages. Well, I want to let you know, I searched high and low and tried to figure out, how do I solve this problem? And guess what? There's one place in all of internet that supplies a plug and play option. Stick around, give this video a thumbs up on your way in, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to solve this problem. Bob's Automotive. I couldn't believe it. I've run across them online and I must say that they're a lifesaver. All I gotta do is, does my vehicle accept it? And if it does, one little screw is all it takes. Okay, you're probably asking, how do I know if this is gonna work for me? How do I know if my vehicle has the right setup? Well, there's several things you have to keep in mind. And let me turn the camera around here and I'll show you what they are. You basically need a mirror that's your factory mirror. Now, some vehicles come with the Homelink in it, but I'm here to tell you most of them don't, and there's many people frustrated like myself. How do you know if your vehicle is compatible? Great question. Your mirror has to be auto dimming, and you might be asking, how do I know? How do I know if my truck's auto dimming? Well, there's several ways you can tell. Is get in your vehicle in the dark and shine a light from the back seat and then see if it dims automatically. But the easiest way to know is, does your mirror have a flip up and down? If it has a flip up and down, I'm here to tell you that's not auto dimming. So your vehicle is not compatible, unfortunately. Another way to know is take this cover off here, up underneath here. All you have to do is just grab a hold in this side and pull down, and that pops out. First, you want to grab a hold of this center and pull down on it and pull out like that. So once you pull off that cover, then you should be able to get into and see the harness. What for harness do you have in your vehicle? Just take and pull your mirror down out of the way like that so you can get to this harness. Does your harness look like this? On top, there's a little tab. Kind of see it there. There's a little tab you can pull down like this, like that, and it pulls up and comes out. Tab up there. Does yours have 10 wires? Or at least, if it's not 10, it's 7, and then 3 empty ones in here. So basically it's a 10 prong. Yours has a 10 prong, then your vehicle is compatible. So that was easy, right? Now that you know your vehicle is compatible, how easy is it to change this out? Very easy. So I'm going to show you how. Find yourself a T20 or click on the link below if you don't have one. And up underneath, we turn this up in the air, and right underneath here, there's a Torx screw right there. You stick that in there, loosen that up. You don't have to take the screw out completely, and then pull towards yourself. And this, what it looks like, there's a channel here that's shaped in a V. The V shaped right here. There you can see how it slides right down in like that. Okay. Now we got it apart. You don't have to worry about these wires or worry about that wire right there. Now that's for the Canyon or the Colorado. Now here's how the mirror comes, nicely packaged. You don't have to worry at all of this getting damaged, and it's packaged in here like this. This box here comes into another exterior box, which gives even more security, which makes it really nice. And here is what it looks like. Now Bob's Automotive offers 3 different, or at least at the time of this filming of this video, they offer 3 different models, and they're priced differently. The one is, the cheapest option is just like the factory one, but it'll have the Homelink buttons down here. This is the one I just took off. I chose the middle one, the middle grade, and I'll explain why here in a second. It's the frameless, they call it, which is more elegant and slick looking and more expensive looking. And then the third option is they have the little square up here for your compass. So here you have it. This has a harness already built into it that will fit this. Now this is the plug that you're replacing. So basically you want to pick this up like this, just like it would be if it's in your vehicle, and slide it right in the place of where the old one was. Turn this up out of the way, and then take your T20 and tighten it up. I do want to tell you, when you're using this tool, it's easy to crank down on it. Don't make it too tight, just make it snug, because you don't want to break your window. Then you'll have a bigger problem on your hands. So then you take your harness here, and there's a top and a bottom. This here's the top. See that little hole right there? That's the top. A little hard to do this with one hand, but I did it. Snap that in, then I can see it's not coming apart. And then what I would do is take your harness and kind of tuck it up in this channel here. Tuck it up in there, that way it gives you more clearance. Pick up your cover and slide that up over. Now you might need to adjust your mirror. Got up there like that, and snap that right into place. Then you grab your last piece and stick that down over here and snap that right into place like that. Tilt this up. Of course, you want to take off the sticker. And so there's what it looks like with it installed, and it just fit in there perfect. Now I want to let you know there is some complaints, not very many, one out of a couple hundred or 1,000, that says that you might have to do some trimming right in here, so be mindful of that. But if you tuck that harness up in there like I just showed you, I don't think you got to worry about any trimming. Now we got everything hooked up and we're ready to go to the next step. How exciting. So you're asking, how do I do it? I see this card here. It's so confusing. It's not as confusing as it might look or seem. First thing you got to do is reach up here, whatever button you want to program for whatever door, whether it be left, middle, or right. Push the button. Indicator light is blinking orange. Head to your garage door opener. Push that button and it's solid orange. Head back to your car. You only have 30 seconds. Push this button and release. Push it again. Release. Push it again. Release. Still not working. Are you frustrated yet? I am frustrated. What do? Do I call Bob's Automotive? Do I read the directions so I know how to do it the correct way? I think that's it. You are correct. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? After multiple tries of trying to figure out how to get my garage door opener connected to my Homelink and frustrated, Bob's Automotive was so helpful. It only took a 30-second call. And he was right on it. He said, you can't hook up your garage door opener without a remote. Yes, you heard it correct. A remote like this. I was trying to avoid it and not buy one of these. But you know what? Amazon's the place. It was only just a couple bucks. And once it came in, and now I'm going to show you how easy it was. You guessed it, 30 seconds or less, and we're done. So let's get into the truck here, and I'll show you how quick it was. We will start the vehicle. Start the truck, then get yourself your remote. So you need this remote. If you don't have one, my garage door opener has the purple button behind it, and so therefore this one will work. And I'll put a link in the description below which one these is in case you need to get one. And then get out and go to your garage door opener and push the purple button and hold it. And then push the button on this and hold it for a couple minutes. And push the button again, and it works. And the button on here, there's 3 of them. Now I have 2 garage doors, so I'm going to use this left button here and push this until that light comes on. Push it until it's blinking orange. And then push this button and hold it in. for 5 seconds. And you'll see the green lights blinking up there real fast. Now my garage door's shut while I did that. Now it should be programmed. And look at that. The garage door is on its way up. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that silly? It didn't take long at all to program it. What was that, 5 seconds? Yeah, 5 seconds. What even 5 seconds? So let's recap here how to do this. You grab your remote. Now, if you have an older vehicle or got a used one of these, you'll want to hold these 2 buttons in for, I'm not sure, 10 seconds or so, and that erases the program that's in here. And then grab yourself your remote, whether it's one you have now, which is okay, or a brand new one like this one. Go to your garage door opener, push the learn button or the purple button, and then push on whichever button you want to program here and hold it for 5 seconds or a little longer. Let off, and then when you push the button again, it should open and close the door. That easy. Then head to your vehicle, get back in your truck, and go up and hit whichever button it is you want to program. Hold it for a few seconds until that orange indicator light comes on flashing. Push this button and hold it. Let off. You might have to do that up to 2 or 3 times until this green house button blinks on and off. And that's it. Are you excited as much as I am? I was so frustrated when I got this vehicle and I couldn't open up the garage door, which I'd never been frustrated before when I bought a new vehicle. But now, kudos to Bob's Automotive. He made things brand new again. So thank you, Bob, for everything you did. I did want to do a shout out to you as well for thanking you for helping me whenever I first got this, thinking that I was going to program my mirror without one of these, and it's not possible. And if you have any questions or any struggles, you could either call Bob at Bob's Automotive. Phone numbers in the description below, or you can message me here on YouTube down below, and I can do what I can to help you as well. So thank you for watching. If this was helpful for you, give it a thumbs up on your way out, and we'll be back with the next video.